Hello, dear listeners. My name is Sana Crispina Flores, and I'll be your host. Welcome to Lore, a podcast of short stories, flash fiction, and poems centering Black women from the book Machetes Are Forged in Soft Rivers. In this episode, I will be reading Lunar Eclipse, Girlhood Interrupted, a flash fiction story that explores the loss of childhood and being thrust into adulthood simply because your body feels like it has betrayed you. This is a story about resistance and autonomy being the only act imaginable. Lunar Eclipse, Girlhood Interrupted. Soft red petals formed on the smooth white tile. The uneven floor allowed gravity to push them into the dark, dank grout, forming a tiny river. She stood still, legs trembling, the space between her hips besieged by the birth of a new universe knitting itself within her body. Her dress cut into her skin. It was for a body that no longer existed. It pulled and stretched in places that defined a life not yet lived. The drops continued to fall. The soft pitter-patter reminded her of a metronome. There was one in Miss June's music class. She hums in 3/4 time. She is acutely aware of time. She had only a short time before she needed to return the bathroom pass. She remembers Nana's omen and strange gift. She left the gift in her backpack, a small pouch filled with leaves and pretty petals. She was instructed to make a tea of it. She was to add it to her water bottle and sip it slowly during lunch. Nana said it would ease the pain. She squeezed my hand tightly, pressed the pouch into my hand, and prayed for a soft river. The rough cloth scratched my hand, leaving little red marks, symbols I did not pay attention to and now had faded. I searched for them in the lines of my hand. Now she understood that Nana, her Nana, was a magician. She knew this body. What trick was this? Her humming became a melodious whispered conversation with any entity listening. Please, no, stop. She inhales deeply and squeezes her legs together and snaps shut her eyes and repeats 3 times. She is not Dorothy. She did not click her heels 3 times. She did not have a fairy godmother. She can never return home to the body before this one. No one holds her hand to cross this intersection of child and woman. No one told Nana. No one told Mama. It was a hushed thing, a woman thing, a secret that our bodies hold, a divinity that swells and then is quickly shamed into silence. She reaches for the coarse brown paper for drying hands on the ledge just below the mirror. She keeps her head down, avoiding her reflection. She began to wind the stiff paper around her hand, the sound breaking the silence. A reminder that the paper had its own memory of transformation. The crackle of the brittle paper signaled the end of girlhood. She slid the egg-shaped mound of paper from her hand, delicately pressed it flat, and placed it inside her underwear. The river had been dammed. Slowly, she raises her head to inspect her reflection, looking for any trace of change. She only sees the mask she has donned. Fear hidden behind tightly pressed lips, lost in the lone tear crowding the outmost corner of her left eye. She leans in closer, swats the tear, and exhales deeply. Smoothing her uniform, tugging once more at the collar and hem, she realized she had been initiated without ceremony or witness. She grabs the hall pass, straightens her spine, and slowly walks to the door, allowing her body to adjust to her homemade remedy. She knows she will not surrender to this new body. She will tame it, break it. Nana did. Mama did. She will. Divinity cannot survive here. Knowing this, that is the magic. Dear listener, thank you for taking this journey with me, and I hope that you will tune in for the next episode. But until then, I hope that you forge the love that you so deserve and desire.